welcome to Morris Park. Today I'm going to do just a little short video, and this is on my giant moon cactus that I regrafted some years ago. As you see, it's doing very well after I took it off that dragon fruit stalk, which is right there. And it grows all the way up that cedar trunk right there. But anyhow, this one here is come into bloom. It's actually been in bloom for several days now. This flower's been long-lasting. It just goes to show you that these colored mutants do bloom also. It's doing very well. I've always loved this one. It's got wonderful colors in it, even if it's kind of a taboo with a lot of people. I know these moon cactus are kind of a cheapy novelty that's sold in a lot of stores in the springtime and the summer. But this particular one here I regrafted so I could keep it, because most of these things do not last on the dragon fruit stalk more than a couple years. And that's about all they'll last, and then you end up throwing them away, because this red mutant cannot last without the green stalk. But when you put a super green stalk under it, look how big this thing gets. How large that is. It is a very large plant. It's done very well. I haven't had any problems with it. Nice little flower. The last couple of years it hasn't bloomed really for me. This is the first year in like 2 years it's bloomed. I have seen this thing covered in flowers before. Now the reason I think it doesn't bloom much is because of all the offsets all over it. It's just got offsets everywhere, as you can see. Lots of offsets. But it just goes to show you, though, with the right stock, you can keep these plants very well. And this plant will continue growing as long as that stalk stays alive. And I have no pests or problems with it. And I've never really had any pests with this one for some reason. Maybe it doesn't taste good to the spider mites and the mealy bugs and so forth. Scale hasn't attacked it either. Knock on wood and all that. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the bloom on this little one, so you all could see it. There you go. Because I imagine a lot of you out there, when you buy these, don't get to see this much. There's actually a little tiny bud down there you can actually see. That little tiny purpley pink bud that's on that one. And it's funny that one of the small offsets, it took one of the small offsets to actually bloom and not one of the bigger ones. Pretty funny, huh? Anyway, I just wanted to show you this cactus in bloom, and that they do bloom. If you happen to have these Hibotan, as we call them, or ruby ball, or moon cactus. If you ever get one of these, consider grafting on a larger stalk, like this Stenosarius prunosus. It works really well. I've kept this thing for a long time now, and I get to enjoy it without having to worry about it dying off, without the top dying off or the bottom dying off, because they're not really that compatible. So anyway, this is Clyde Morris from Morris Park. I hope you enjoyed seeing this great big giant moon cactus, if you want to call it that, or the Hibotan, or just the colored Gymnocalycium. This is Clyde Morris from Morris Park. I hope you all have a good evening, and take care.